minutes. Okay, we're going to continue. Okay, as Minister of Education, what gain have we done from the tragedy that happened in Bathurst?
Yeah, well, the Bathurst accident that killed the athletes and the family member is devastating. It's been 3 years. There's been some progress by the previous government. They made some improvements to some of the policies, but we feel as a government there's more room for further improvement.
You just talked like you were in the opposition.
I don't know. I just know
you
that
just said there could be more improvement. You spoke.
Yeah.
You're talking like you're in the opposition. That's good. You admit that there could be.
Oh, okay.
There could be some improvement.
Yeah. Then we've recognized that in our platform. Actually, we made a commitment that we'd form a committee and involve the stakeholders to further improve the policies to mitigate risk and to provide safer transportation. It's not an easy or decision.
Money again?
It does come down to resources. It comes down to practicality. It comes down to making sure we have the resources and the choices. Extracurricular activities are very important to school life, so we have to support that. But it's, again, not a cut and dry answer. So we have to work together with our partners to talk about the issue and see about moving it forward. Very soon I'll be launching the committee as we committed to in our platform to bring recommendations on making further improvements.
I feel sorry for the next parents or volunteer that drives a bus or a van or whatever they drive, and an accident happens.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's going to be scary, especially here in this province.
So my responsibility as minister and all of the officials in the department, all the way down through to superintendents, principals, to volunteers, is to put policies in place that will minimize the risk. We'll never eliminate accidents from happening. What we have to do is make sure we've done everything we possibly can to minimize them and put the tools in place and make sure those tools are accountable. And that's part of responsibility, is that you'll never, and even as a parent, you'll never take away the possibility of something happening, and you work to minimize it and hope that it never happens.
Are yellow school bus out of the question?
Not necessarily out of the question. I think that it does need to be examined on what can be and what can't be done. Money is part of it. But I'm open-minded to take a look if there's a better way to provide the service. Our first priority is getting students to schools during the day to get to their programming for education classes, and then we look to say secondary, can we utilize our resources?
But we don't want them to get fat, so we want them to do exercise, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We want them to play sports, right?
That's right.
That should be equal to going to school, no?
Well, it's prioritizing, but there are mechanisms we could look at doing. There's other ways that we could find efficiencies between how we schedule our buses between 14 school districts. Maybe we look at a centralized system where we do scheduling and travel throughout the province, and then that would free up some resources for the extracurricular. Who knows? But we're prepared to look at it.
Class 5 drivers only?
You mean Class 1 or Class 2?
Yeah.
Up on the higher end.
Yeah. Is it Class 5, I think, or is it higher?
Class 5 driver, I believe, is what you and I would have as regular driver's license.
Yeah.
I think it's a Class 2 license.
Is it Class 2? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that would be part of all that we look at, is to minimize the risk. We want to look at the policies in place and minimizing the risk. There have been improvements on the extracurricular travel, and there could be some more improvements made, so we're going to look at that.
Okay, one more thing and I'm done.